Tube.
Hi, Floss Tube.
I'm Chris,
And I'm Jane.
and we're the BosStitchers. This is episode number 8, and today is Saturday, November 14th. Welcome to our new subscribers, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for coming back. Hope you stick with us.
We want to send out a special thank you to our friends over at Just Keep Stitching, Pam and Steph. They shouted us out, and we ended up getting many more subscribers. So thank you very much to you. That was very gracious. And Pam was asking if we had met at Galleria. And yes, Pam, we actually did meet at Galleria. Chris and I were out in the lobby area, or the main area, and I kept saying, I'd really like to, I kind of like to meet Steph, but I don't really want to, I don't really want to bother her, So Chris is like, I'm gonna go find her. So Chris gets up, she goes, and she went over, and Stephanie just happened to be walking toward the lobby. So Chris stopped her and said, I have a friend that really wants to meet you. So she very graciously came over, and when I saw her, I got up and I started walking to her, and you could kind of see, there was just this little flicker in her eye, oh my God, is this, how crazy is this person? But I was very cool, don't you think?
Yes,
I mean,
extraordinarily so.
I was very cool. I walked up, I said hi, I shook her hand, we chit-chatted a little bit. So, yeah, so I restrained myself.
Yes, used good judgment.
Yeah. And then the next day, actually, was my birthday. So I got a little more bold, and we were in the same stitching room, and I walked up to their table with their whole group and asked if I could have my picture taken with them. So again, very graciously, they were like, "Oh yeah, sure." So I had my picture taken with them on my birthday last year. Chris took it, and I'm unfortunately, we should have gotten a picture of the four of us, but we didn't.
Well, someone had to be the photographer.
Exactly. Yeah. So anyway, I am going to insert the two pictures that we have of me and Pam and Steph. Steph, like she's my like she's my best friend. I really should call her Ms. Chef. No. But anyway, they were very gracious, and again, thank you again for shouting us out. So.
Well, because of Pam and Steph, we have rapidly grown in subscribers these past 2 weeks, which is very exciting. And we had always planned that when we got to 100 subscribers that we would do a giveaway. And we've gone from 100 to 200 to over 300 subscribers in a very brief period. So at the end of this, we are going to be passing the stash and doing a giveaway. So hang on till the end, and we will tell you what we're going to do for that.
All right. We had some questions that people submitted. Do you want to talk about
and someone had asked us about Jane, as you know from previous episodes, has many vintage patterns. And many of these she's found at our LNS, which is the World in Stitches in Littleton, Mass. And I believe it was Maureen who asked about a pattern that she is looking for from the 1990s, although she didn't give specifics on that. So we had shared on YouTube in the comments and wanted to share with all of you the email address for the World in Stitches should Maureen want to get in touch, or should anyone else, in terms of locating a particular pattern. Of course, Randy, the owner of the World in Stitches, has many current patterns as well as the vintage. But the email address is twinc@comcast.net. So Randy's very customer service oriented. If you are looking for a new or an older pattern and want to give her a try, that's a good way to get in touch with her.
And I'll link that below, so you'll have that information.
The other comments we had were many people from the Boston area, which was nice to hear about, or Boston as well as throughout Massachusetts and New England. And Tracy said she lived in the Boston area and she was looking for some stitchy friends. So Jane came up with a great idea, since there were so many local people, that we'd like to host a Zoom for local people as well as anyone else, since that's the beauty of Zoom, who may want to get together and stitch and chat. And we'd like to do that on Thursday, November 19th, next Thursday, from 7:30 to 9. So we will link the information for that Zoom meeting below.
Yeah.
And we'll post on Instagram as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be.
So hope
it
a
should be
lot
fun.
of you can join us on that.
And then at one of our last videos, I had a question about some Redwork pieces that I had seen, but I didn't know who the designer was, didn't know really anything about them. I had just seen them on another Floss Tube channel. And Sarah...
Quite vintage, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Calendar pieces that came out like one per year, starting in the late 50s.
Ooh.
And Sarah messaged me and said that they were actually from a designer called Inga Palmgren. And those designs can be found in a book called Christmas Tapestry. So, and you can get the book actually in Japan. However, I looked to on the Amazon site, the Japanese Amazon site, and it is there, but they won't ship to the United States. So I'm gonna keep looking, but I just wanted to thank Sarah, because that was a great mystery that was solved. So. All right, so I think that's all sort of the preliminary. Chris, would you like to throw out the first stitch?
I'd love to.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Well, I don't have a lot to show for whips this time, but here's a familiar sight to many of you. Santa is back. This is Gift of Peace by Lavender Lace. Show that picture up close. And as you'll see in the next portion, I've been working mainly on something else the past couple of weeks. So Santa doesn't look terribly different than when you saw him last, but I did spend time working on it. Jane and I were at our LNS today for a stitch day, so when I wasn't talking too much, I did finish up this little bit of his collar, and I got just a tiny bit more to the beard as I start to go finish his head.
Show this
But
up a little closer.
again, not any significant progress that you would see. So
The
that's
colors
it.
on this are fantastic, though. The colors are great.
So hopefully in the next next episode, there'll be more progress on this. This will definitely be the whip that I will concentrate on then. How about you, Jane?
So I only have one whip. I have a couple of special whips, but this is the one that I'm going to show in this portion of the program. This is Pilgrim Fathers sailing from Delfshaven, and I just got a little bit more of the building, and then over here there's a windmill. I forgot to bring the picture, but anyway, so this is where I am so far. And if I just put some time into this, I think, you know, I can get this done pretty
I think so.
pretty quickly.
Yeah, you move right along on that.
Yeah.
Now that you have the time after
Exactly.
the big finish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And speaking of finishes,
Well, I actually have one.
yay!
And it's kind of a surprise finish. Wouldn't have been the one I would be expecting to show. But this is a pumpkin house from Bothy Threads. And this was a complete kit that I bought a number of years ago at Hirschner's, but I believe it is still pretty widely available. And I just really liked it because the fabric came pre-dyed, stamped, whatever. So it was a fun one to work on. Don't expect that I'll do any more like this. Because it was certainly very easy, but it was a fair amount of stitching. And there's a lot of other things I'd like to put my time into. But it was a fun one. Clearly, I wasn't ready for Halloween this year, but I'm sure you'll see it.
But you'll have
in
plenty of
future
time
ones.
to FFO it for next year.
I certainly will. I certainly will. I'm thinking that I either will FFO it very quickly, because I think I might have a good coupon from Michael's for framing. So I might do that pretty soon. But if I don't, I think it'll sit it out for a while.
Yeah.
All right. But there's a much more impressive finish coming from Jane.
I wouldn't say that.
This is really something. So do the unveiling, Jane.
So I did finish Coming to America. And let me see if I can get this on here.
Helping or hindering?
Alrighty.
Yeah, that's a biggie.
Yeah.
Wow,
Pull it
that
back here a
is
little bit.
beautiful. You're gonna have to stand in the next room, I think. That is great. Beautiful colors,
Yeah.
beautiful fabric choice, beautiful stitching.
So I'll I can show it a little bit closer.
And I think you met a deadline on that, didn't you, Jane?
I did. My goal was to finish it by the time the Pilgrims landed, which was November 11th, and I finished it that morning. So, so this is the top. The only changes I made to the chart were the water. I used Weeks Dye Works Deep Sea for the water. For the flags and this guy's pants, I used Blue Jeans. And then the only other change I made was I put a woman in the boat along with the guy that's in there.
Good choice.
And so there's the next section. And here are all of the women. And then finally the last section. So it's a little bit shadowy.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
Is that going to be going off to the framer, or?
You know, I saw somebody do it as like kind of a bell pull.
Oh.
Which I kind of liked that idea.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure yet, but it's done anyway.
That's the important thing.
Yeah, so that's the important thing. So yeah, so that was I did really enjoy stitching it. It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
Although, you know, I mean, that was really the only, basically the only thing that I did stitch on. So
Right.
now I am glad it's done because
You move
there
on
are
to all
there are
the
other things that
right.
I am planning on. So
Well, congratulations.
thank you.
That was a
Thank you.
impressive
Yes.
finish.
Thank you. All right, so that takes care of that.
On to haul?
On to haul, yes.
Okay. Well, Jane and I both have joined. I'm glad she made me aware of this. The Stitching Book Club is doing a Christmas carol for its December project. And so it means a group sort of read along of a Christmas carol as well as a sale. And we've both signed up for the sale and we'll be awaiting that to start soon. And if you are interested in being a part of that, you can do that through its Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts on Etsy is the shop. Kristen is the owner who hosts the sale. So I hope that some of you will be interested in joining us on that one. It sounds like that'll really be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So aside from that, I have a little bit of haul, not too much. Oh jeez, don't tell me I misplaced this little one. Okay, maybe many of you have seen this. I assume you pronounce this Franny Ritter Designs. And it's the, I think it's called We Wish You a Safe Christmas. And it is a reindeer with a mask on and says 2020. And what better way to commemorate 2020? So I'm hoping I can at least manage to stitch up one or two of these little ones this year. The other pattern I got is Mr. Marshmallow by Brenda Gervais, and I just really love that and the color of it. So I was able to get that and the call for 36 Kermit linen, which I believe is Picture This Plus. Yep, Picture This Plus.
Nice.
And my last kind of unplanned haul was when Jane and I were at our LNS today. The World in Stitches was celebrating its 36th anniversary today. So had a big sale. And I have been eyeing Cardinal Points for some time now. I love the design. I really love the colors. I've seen Pam stitch it, Just Keep Stitching, and certainly other floss tubers as well. So I broke down and got that and got many of these beautiful gentle art colors for it as well. Still need a few more.
So it's all
that's a,
so gentle. It's basically all gentle arts.
Yeah,
that's called for.
it is.
Yeah.
So I got a
It's gonna look really nice.
good start on that anyway. Not quite sure what fabric I want to do it on yet, but so that'll be fun. I think I'll save that for a big start for something. I don't know if that's New Year's or whatever, but and that's it for me.
Okay.
How about you?
So I signed up for the Dark Queen of the Seas stitch along. Probably have seen this. Part 3 has come out, and I decided that I wasn't sure what I was going to do about the fabric, but I decided that I would order the fabric from Under the Sea. So this is Bewitched. It's a 32 count lugana. And I just got this in, so I will be, now I can start my
gorgeous
Dark Queen of the Seas. So, yeah, so looking forward to that. So I got this in, I got that this week, and got the bead pack to go with it so that I'm not fumbling around trying to find all the beads.
That's going to be very pretty.
I am also part of the Coloring Cotton Fabric Club, and the let's see, the October fabric came in since I saw you last. This is called Corn Husk, and let's see if I can get that.
I love that.
Oh, yeah, that looks pretty good. So
Really
yeah.
nice modeling on that.
yeah, so
Subtle.
yeah,
Yeah. You get the neutrals in?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then let's see, how did I find? Oh, I was on. What was I on? I was on Facebook, and I was looking at the Facebook groups, and there's a group on there, a Leslie Terry group. So and I'd never really known much about her or seen many of her charts.
Right.
So I went on her website, and I, of course, was able to find something because
Oddly enough.
when can't I? Anyway, I found this chart, and I have a great niece who was born a few months ago. And,
Very adorable.
yeah, she's very adorable. And I've got this pattern because I just thought that this was very cute, and it's bright colors.
It is adorable.
Yeah, this should be a really
Fun stuff.
It should be
stitch.
fun.
Yeah,
'cause it's very colorful, and yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. And then the last thing is I've kind of fallen down another rabbit hole. I decided that I would start slowly picking up all of the JBW Sing a Song of Christmas series. So this is number 1. This is these are all stockings. This is Over the River. This is Here Comes Santa Claus. This is Frosty the Snowman. This is Away in a Manger. And this is Hark the Herald. So there, I don't know how many there are, probably at least a dozen.
Yeah, that sounds
And I'm
about
sure
right.
she'll come up with more. So,
Yeah.
anyway, so I decided
You're ready
to,
for it.
yeah, I decided to start,
Yeah.
collecting those. No idea when I'm gonna stitch those, but
Nice to have.
starting a collection
Right.
anyway.
Right.
So, all right. So that's all my haul.
On to plans?
On to plans.
All right.
Do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Why don't you go first?
All right. So I joined the Facebook group of No New Starts 2021. So this is the first time I'm doing this, but I thought it might be kind of fun. And the rules are that it can be a whip if there are 200 or more stitches. And I have a number of whips that have those, but I've also have a number of charts that I really wanted to start in 2021, but that means that I have to start them now. So I have been going through my charts, deciding which ones I want to start, and then I have to make a list, and the list has to be completed by December 13th so that I can submit it, and then that will be the final list of everything that I will work on in 2021. So, one of the new starts that I had, and I've liked this for a long time, this is, that's terrible glare.
Oh, you did put it out so.
I'll just take this out. So, this is Lindy Stitches. This is Ride Forth Singing. And I've wanted to stitch this for a long time. What I really like about this chart is that the word saddle bow is in it. And I think Stephanie is probably one of the only designers, probably the only designer that has ever used the word saddle bow in a cross stitch design, and I just love that. So, and I think it's really
That
cool.
will be quite unique then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and I am stitching this on a piece of 32 count Queen Anne's lace by Wichelt. It's got a little bit of modeling in it. And I have the word singing done. And this is just over 200 stitches,
Wow,
a little over
okay.
200. So
You got to skim right by with that.
So this one is done.
That's official.
This is done, and I can add that to my whip list.
So we're going to see a completion on that in 21 for sure.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Depends on how many whips I end up
Right.
with. Well, I will end up with a lot more whips than is in my comfort zone.
Yeah.
I just
You're pushing yourself on this
I know
one.
it, but the second whip that I started was now this is another oldie. This is a chart from 1988. I don't know why I like it, but I do. It's called Hey Diddle Diddle, and it's from Keepsakes Classics. And I think it's just kind of a fun little chart. And so again, I have a great niece. So I've had this chart for I don't even know how long, a long time, and. Chris's kids are in their 20s, so I can't stitch it for them.
Yeah.
I have a great nephew who's 13, so I can't, I missed that opportunity. So this may be the last time. This could be it. So that's why I'm starting it. And I don't have much. This I've started with like the back stitching, so this is all I have. And I'm stitching this on just a piece of it's Charles Craft. Ivory 18 count. So.
And is this one you're waiting on a ruling for to see if backstitch counts?
Yeah.
Or?
So my guess is that I'm hoping that each back stitch will count as like a half a stitch, maybe.
I would hope so at least. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is nowhere near 200. Even if even if every back stitch counted as one. So I have to do more work on this, but I did start it anyway.
Yeah, you'll get there.
And then I just wanted to tell people that this is this is number 2 in a series. So of course I had to go out and I had to say, okay, well, let me find the other ones in the series just to see. And I was able to find number 1 in the series. And this is, there was an old woman who lived in a shoe. So you can see the bunnies there. So this is number 1 in the series. I have number 2 in the series. I think this is a very, very small series because I have never been able to find any others. So these are the only 2 that I have.
Is what you're saying that maybe these weren't as popular with everyone else as they are with you?
Well, they might have been at one time. I don't know. But anyway.
Well, they're such collector's items that people aren't willing to give them up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyway, so. All right. So that's my whips. And then I will have many more new whips in the coming weeks. So by the 13th I do want to, there's a bunch of stuff that I want to start. So
well, that'll be exciting to see all those new ones.
Yeah. I mean, I won't have a lot of progress on them, but I'll show you what I'll be stitching in 2021.
It's sort of exactly a good look ahead to see what's coming.
Yeah. And then at some point we'll do a whip parade.
Yeah.
So maybe at the beginning of the year or so.
So my plans for 21 are almost kind of the opposite of yours in some ways. Although actually both of us could be doing a lot of new starts in a way. But I'm going to try to I am going to put myself on a strict budget for 2021. And Jane and I were kind of talking about that because I'd like to do like a some sort of group thing too, whether it be Facebook or something else. And we're trying to remember if that was called Stitch from Stash, or if anyone knows the name of that, where you kind of commit to holding yourself to a certain dollar value that you spend per month, and you always attempt to stay in the black on that, not go in the red. I think at some places you do get some credits if you finish projects, which I don't think I'm interested in getting that credit at the moment, but you never know. But if you do have any suggestions like that, please tell me. Otherwise, of course, I can keep track on a spreadsheet myself to how my spending is. And I've bought a lot of stuff this year that I haven't got around to touching, a lot of projects that I really would love to be doing. So that's my goal for 2021 too, is to stick to those and get some finishes.
So I'll be able to buy everything.
That's
and
my
you'll be
plan.
able to start everything.
Yeah. I think I get the better end of this deal. Maybe we'll do this in 2022 also.
Yeah.
So I think at this point we're probably up to talking about the giveaways.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So for Pass the Stash, we're going to have, of course, the usual rules. You have to be over 18. Please do not use the giveaway. Please comment. And we have...
Be a subscriber.
Yes.
And we'll ship anywhere. So.
And we'll use the random number generator to pick that.
Yep, random comment generator.
Random comment generator. And so we've got 3, and you can try for 1, 2, or 3, and there'll be a different word for each. So this first one is mini dimensions banner kit, complete kit. And
yeah, this comes with the fabric and the floss, and it also comes, I think it also comes with the hanger. Yeah, so it comes with the wire hanger is included. So
yeah, and that is a picture of a cardinal. So if you are interested in item number 1, please use the word cardinal in your comments. And number 2 is a Jamlin kit, and these are a set of owls, also a complete kit. So you can see there's a Christmas theme to this.
I figured we would do Christmas so that people can start these and get them done for Christmas.
That's right. So please use owl in that one. And the third is a Bobby G kit, Home for Christmas. Again, a complete kit with the fabric and the flosses. And if you would like that one, please use the word home in your comments. And we will do that and pick a winner to be announced in our next episode, number 9, in approximately 2 weeks.
Yep. So you can like Chris said, you can put, use all 3 words in a comment, and you can be entered for all 3 giveaways. But you can only win 1. Yes. So, all right. I think does that do it?
That's it then.
Yeah. All right.
So we hope to see and chat with many of you on the Zoom call on Thursday the 19th. Otherwise, we will see you back in about a couple of weeks. If we don't talk to you before then, we wish everyone in the U.S. a happy Thanksgiving, happy and safe Thanksgiving. Will certainly look a little different for people this year, but we'll all get through the holidays.
Yep. Yeah. So until next time, thank you very much, and happy stitching. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.